man. Yo, peace.
Yeah, Lightwalkers.
Yeah, man.
Where all my Lightwalkers at? Where y'all at? Where you at? We live, Lord Cassius D. And Chris Lyon. We Lightwalking tonight, Wednesday night. You know, we do this live every Wednesday night.
Yeah, man.
You know, try to make it interesting for you. You know, this is Take Notes Productions. We get your pen and paper out and take notes. And you know, each one, teach one, reach one, tell one, run, get one, help one, and all the ones.
All the ones, my brother.
That you can do with one. Also, this is brought to you by Ancient Mystics All Natural Products. Gotta say that because that's what drives the Lightwalkers.
So much to do.
Ancient Mystics. You know, we specialize in herbal products, you know, and I like to call it herbal science and product development.
Straight up, man.
You know, and we specialize in products. You know, tonight I'm going to feature a product we got right here. This is the mulberry. I don't know if y'all can see it fade out. We like walking, y'all. So, you know, this is the mulberry leaf, tea. This is all my diabetics and my people with the low blood sugars. This is the one for you. You see, we don't have to. Tonight, our conversation will be based on stuff like this because we don't have to talk herbs. We don't have to talk growing food. We don't have to talk getting water. We don't have to talk about our mental stability and our health, our mind, body, and spirit. So the mulberry is for my diabetes and blood disorders, sugar disorders. You know, this is one for you, and it grows all around us. And we pick it fresh and we package it. If you want any of it, you know, DM us. You know how to get up with us. Call me. I got the same number if you got my number. And I do answer calls. I answer all calls because it's my business. All right? So that's the mulberry.
Yeah, let me ask, man. Did I see you got the berries inside of it too?
Yeah, some berries in there. I dried the berries inside of it.
Yeah.
With the actual leaves, because the leaves are what's powerful.
True.
The berries have the antioxidants and different things that go with them. But the leaves got that.
That's the meds right there, bro.
That's the meds, you know, and you gotta have the meds. Now, I specialize in medicine. The garden, I always tell us, you know, we grow food. Okay, that's nice. Okay, we like to eat sandwich. Everybody likes sandwich.
True.
You see, but our garden is based on herbal sciences. And the more we get into the garden, we're about, 5 years into it?
True, we're about to go on the 5th year after this winter.
Yeah. Okay, the more as we go into it, the more herbs that we're going to grow, the more herbalist getting it.
Yes.
Because we want to manufacture the medicines. We want to be able to have the medicines and different things on hand when people need them in this time that we're in, because you're going to need the medicine. I get a lot of customers for the mulberries.
Yeah,
the mulberry leaves, I get a lot of customers. I can't keep up. I'm almost out.
Yeah.
And I want to go and tap a couple more trees before they, you know, they brown out.
Start changing, man.
So I'm going to be doing that in the next couple of days, really tapping some trees and doing some stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
So the mulberries is something, this is a powerful. It's a powerful. I got another powerful one up there too that we're marketing tonight. We're talking about, and that's our shots. This particular shot right here is the herbal tonic. This has the mullein, hyssop, peppermints, the horehound. It's got a red clove.
Oh man.
This one is a humus.
We're talking about it.
Let's knock it out. These are the shots.
Yeah, man.
You can find these shots if you're in Indiana in a couple of different stores here. One of the stores is Harvest Therapies. Gotta mention Harvest Therapies while I'm on here because those are my partners. That's the Harvest. Y'all get down to the store on Fifth Avenue to the Healing Center we got going on down here on Fifth Avenue here in Gary, Fifth and Madison, I want to say.
Yeah, right across from Edgewater.
And also check them out. We also down in the market down here on Cleveland Street, Harvest Therapy store. So you can go to Harvest Therapies and get all of our medicine.
Yeah, man.
And another one of our great healers is my sister Rebecca Raspberry. I can't forget my sister Rebecca. If she listens to me, hi Rebecca. You know, it's my Scorpio sister like me. And she owns a beautiful and medicinal and very powerful juice bar. I like to call it more than a juice bar because it's a store. And that's Vibrations down on Lake Street. I want to say the address is 300 Lake Street. If I'm not wrong, y'all can't miss Vibrations. A whole house with a whole science to it. Yeah, so you make sure you get down to Vibrations. Check out Rebecca and them. They got some wonderful food there you can find. You hear us talk about the mushrooms and different stuff. All that's there, including our products, our elixirs, our tonics. We have all kind of shots like this. We just don't have this herbal tonic. We got red clover shots, mullein shots, and these are medicines. These are all medicinal tinctures. This is for the body. This is strictly for the body. I got a couple things for the mind, like that St. John's wort, the feelings. So y'all make sure y'all pick up our products. Also, we got an event coming up. Don't miss this event. We're going to promote it today. We're going to promote it tomorrow. We're going to promote it the next day and the next day and the next day. This is the Green Party Social coming up. The Green Party Social. That's the other fly right there. That ain't the whole fly, but that's the one tonight. And we got the Green Party Social coming up. Now, what the Green Party Social is it's a farmer's market and an herb fest. We're going to have workshops. There's going to be a lot of healers there that you can get treatments from, sign up to some of their programs. We're going to talk entrepreneurship in the 21st century. We're going to talk building entrepreneurs in the 21st century with our youth. And we're going to talk about product manufacturing. We'll have herbal tours, going to be music. When I get down, I got to bring the sound with me. And I got some special guests coming in. You know what I'm saying? I got my man, world famous DJ Vanessa be here with us. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Rough Riders in the house with us. You know what I'm saying? I call my buddies now. That's my bands right there. So I call my buddies now to come in and participate and celebrate with us. We're going to be celebrating life and the abundance of life. Our whole goal is Green Party Social, to get together in a global body and do things for ourselves that are made from the earth. Even businesses that we create. And we ask everybody who want to be part of these things, to come out. It's like our herbal church, I like to call it. And we're going to do it. That's going to be October 14th at the Mystic Gardens, 2465 Buchanan Street in Gary, Indiana. We're going to be promoting this. The flyer is already out. Invite Bright or whatever they call it. That's what I do. Instagram has been here. In this day, I was going to print some flyers, but I can't find nobody, and I don't really go outside like that, not too much. So you catch the flyer. Call me. I'm still looking for some more vendors. I'm looking for vendors that have all natural and holistic products and do holistic services. So call me up. Get in touch with me if you want to be a vendor. The vending fee is very cheap. It's very cheap. Okay, I'm not trying to break vendors. I'm a vendor too. So I go to some things sometimes and it'll be outrageous. The vendor fee is only $30. Okay. So you can't beat that. Come promote your business. I got a platform for people that want to promote their business, promote their services. And this is why it's called the Green Party Social. So come on out, have some fun. It's going to be a farmer's market. It's going to be nice, y'all. This is going to be nice. Rain or shine. Watch this. Rain or shine.
Everyone.
All right, so that's Green Party Social.
All day long, my man.
All right. Lightwalkers, tonight, we're going to do something. We're going to get into our usual. We must look in the sky, because our conversation going to deal with that tonight, too, again, like it was last week. But before we get into this, I like to say, I get comments and things back about, me and how I go in with it. I got to go in with it, y'all. It's the truth. I know the truth hurts some people, it scares people, but it's what it is. And we didn't create Lightwalkers because we're not Lightwalkers. We are the Lightwalkers, so we must come and bring it to you like that. And we're not here to offend anybody. We're not here to judge anybody. We're here to give you facts, factology over beliefs. That's what we're talking about. Okay, the facts. That's why it's taking each production. And this is what we do in Lightwalkers, you know. I've been a spiritual teacher for a long time, and I've been a healer for a long time. And I look at things a little different than people look at them. You see, I go under the table conversations. I go into the metaphysic world of things. I don't try to talk like what people want me to talk like. I talk like who I am. You see, I am that I am that I am. And we bring the truth and light. That's why it's called Lightwalkers, because we walk in this truth. I practice what I preach, you know, and for those that have dwelled around me and learned from me, I hope you take my teachings and use them. Don't just take them and throw them to the back shelf. They're valuable because we're going to need this stuff here, y'all. I'm getting ready. I feel good. I feel good, mind, body, and spirit. I feel good. To all my Zulu Nation family out there, I'm Universal Zulu Nation. You know what I'm saying? I've been Zulu Nation for 40-some years. I've to all my Zulu family all over the world that tune in to Lightwalkers and do the knowledge. You know, I'm the fifth element, and the fifth element of hip-hop is knowledge, culture, and overstanding. And that's what we do. All right? And I hope that my spirit reaches across the world to all those that walk in the light and are part of the fifth element. All my Akis, Malikas, kings, and queens of the Universal Zulu Nation, the Almighty Zulu Nation, and the Zulu Nation. All this one thing, one fam. You know what I'm saying? Whatever name you get, I say Zulu. And Zulu means people of the heavens. For all y'all that don't know, that's what it means. All right? Now, go look it up. Take notes. What you got for us on the weather tonight?
Hey, man, we're dropping heavily right here, man. For everybody tuning in, man, give thanks. You know, every Wednesday, man, we love to dive deep, man, and go into the solar, into the cosmos, into the weather, man, into the deeper understanding of, you know, the function of the cosmos and the so-called planet Earth, you understand? So let's go ahead and jump at it, man. This week, man, we're checking out the wonderful sun up here in the big realm of the cosmos, you understand? And we like to look at it through the LASCO C2 and C3 satellites. Now, these satellites orbit somewhere out in between the Earth and the sun, and they face the Earth-facing side of the sun, you understand? So we get these nice images coming out from the sun as they continue to monitor. And we can see these particular images in different spectrums and wavelengths, and that's how we're able to, you know, monitor the different aspects of the sun and different, you know, things that are going on, like these coronal mass injections, you know, these unstable regions on the sun that we see all around it right now. And if you didn't know, man, like we covered in past weeks, man, we're just now creeping into what they call solar cycle 25.
Solar cycle 25.
Watch out, man, it's something heavy. And we're going to peak in solar cycle 25 in 2025, you know what I mean? So we got some real heavy activity getting ready to come from the sun, one of the most active cycles in monitored history, you know what I mean? So let's take a look at the sun right now. If we look at it, man, we see these brighter regions on there. These are these inactive regions. We see these flashes, you know, which are solar flares, and some of them are even what they call coronal mass ejections, and that's just a discharge of plasma from the sun. And when that comes off of the sun, it gets whipped at Earth at over 1 million miles per hour. And when it reaches Earth, it interacts with the ionosphere. And what happens in there is a chemical reaction between the different elements that are in there, things like phosphorus, calcium, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, all of the above, you know what I mean? And they start to produce these different colors, man. It's the mashing of electrons and protons, you know, to create this beautiful, what they call aurora borealis, man. It's something serious, man. So, and also, man, like we covered in past weeks, the effects of the sun is so profound on people, man, that we don't even realize it. There's so much going on in the world. We have so much other distractions, man, that are coming left and right that we forget, you know, to be in tune with the changes in frequency on Earth as the ancestors were, you know. So let's just be mindful, you know, how we start to behave, you know, over the next couple of years, you know, and be mindful of the behavior around you. So looking back at the sun here, man, we see a couple of these active regions and these flashes right here, roughly around the equator of the sun. And over the past 48 hours, there's been, you know, relatively no activity, no coronal mass ejections, but there's been, in the past 72 to 96 hours, a few M-class flares, which are right below the X-class, man, and they happen to be M9, you know, discharging from the sun. And there's a lot of activity on the backside, but when these large CMEs or coronal mass ejections get injected at Earth, they start to, you know, interact with the satellites and stuff and knock out the GPSs and all the other things that operate off of particular frequencies. So it's very, you know, it's very conscious of us to be mindful of what's going on with the sun and how it's interacting with the planet. And what we're going to get into tonight has to do with a lot of this stuff. You know, they talk about as the sun reaches its peak in solar cycle 25 in 2025, that there could be a large enough solar flare that's going to hit the Earth and knock out all of the satellites, and even cause a breakdown of the ozone layer in the ionosphere. You know what I mean? Which, if you know anything about the ozone layer, it protects the Earth from the UV rays, and these UV rays are pretty deadly. You know, that's how a lot of people get cancer when they're in tanning beds and such like that, or underneath particular lights for a long time. And these UV rays can cause all different type of weakening throughout the body. So if the ozone hole gets damaged, it opens up even more because the atmosphere is broken down because of one of these large or a few of these large solar flares. Then we can really start to see heightened amounts of activity on the negative side on the planet. As if we don't see it enough already. Just keep an eye out for the near future, because there's a lot to be mindful of and aware of what's going on. So. Like we said, we like to monitor the sun every Wednesday, man. Very important thing to do over the next couple of years. A very cool and interactive feature right here, man, to get us back in tune, to the cosmos, man, to look up more. I know we like to look down, and we're probably watching this from the phone and such right now, but, make sure we look up at the sky a lot more often. And we're going to dive into a couple more features here tonight that's really going to, open our minds and give us different perspectives out here. So that's our wonderful sun lesson for the week, man. Very interactive. So we're looking at the X-ray flux data right here, and you can see, we've only had a couple of minor C-class flares, over the past, 48 hours. So it's been relatively inactive, you know what I mean? We start to see these peaks in here, and it's measured over here on the right side for the different classes, going from A at the lowest of the spectrum to X at the top of the spectrum. So, we see a couple of minuscule spikes in here, a couple of B and C class flares. Not too much activity, but the sun is very active right now. We're just waiting for a little bit of instability. And coming here over to the LASCO C3 coronagraphs, we can take another look right here and see, the sun with a filter in front of it, so we can really get into and see some of these blasts of cosmic radiation coming out from the sun. If we look over here at the 7 or 6 o'clock position, we start to see a couple of bursts. Even on the backside of the sun, you see some of the particulates coming out there, man. So it's a very cool, interactive feature, man. You get to look at it through different wavelengths and spectrums to really open up the mind, man, and take a look into something that we can't look into with our naked eye, our visible eye, because of the intensity of it, man. So really, that's a nice feature right there. Let's go ahead and look at the Earth, man. There's been a lot of, hurricanes and stuff churning up. We had a lot of sand coming off of Africa recently. That's where a lot of these hurricanes get formed from all that sand and dry air mass coming across and mixing it with these cooler, moisture air masses over the ocean, and that starts to spin up, in the shape of a hurricane and start to push that storm towards many different landmass. So, it's not too much going on right now. It's been pretty inactive over the past few weeks. We had a couple of rain showers coming through. This year has been an interesting a few months for us, because what I mean is this year we didn't have to water much this year, bro.
No, we didn't.
We probably saved hundreds of dollars on the water. Man, you know what I mean?
Because we sure didn't the water.
Hey, Mother Nature been putting in work for us, man. So it's been a real nice thing if you're up here in the Midwest, Indiana, Chicago region, man. We get a lot of nice weather phenomena right now, to keep us churning up here as we start to reach the end of our growing season coming up here at the end of October. So it's been a nice harvest for a lot of people, but things have really been dragging behind, man. The weather patterns have really been changing up over the past few years, and we're really starting to see the impact, that that the changes in the atmosphere and the climate have brought to the Earth. A lot of instability in the atmospheres and such, man. They just had what they call a bomb cyclone hit up in British Columbia, right above Washington State. And that thing was huge, man. It looks like a big land hurricane that's coming off the ocean, and it gives a big rip, and you get over, 2 to 3 inches of rain, maybe even more than that, you know what I mean? So heavy downpours coming through, man. And we start to see a lot of stuff like this in areas that we don't normally see it. And that's just because a lot of things are going on, man, up in the atmosphere due to man and, due to, natural effect as well, man. So, that was the Earth right there. We're looking at it through a particular satellite in a different spectrum. So we're going to take one more look right here at the planet. And every week we like to monitor the wildfire smoke, because we have so many wildfires churning up.
I think it's something in that wildfire smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something in that wildfire smoke that's going to bring something else, like a pandemic.
So true, like you said, man.
I got this strange feeling that it's something in there, and we better get ready for it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. To add credibility to what you're saying, man, a few people have been sending some videos around, man, and one out of Illinois, close to like Elgin, Illinois, you know where that's at?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're sending in some videos from the nighttime, and if you're looking outside, underneath your porch light or something like that, or any type of light, you'll see these particulates floating in the air and stuff, moving around and stuff, you know? It's like wildfire ash and maybe some other things up in there.
Better get ready for it, because it's something in the air that's going to put us in a situation.
Man.
And I don't know if it's Earth doing it or man. That's the question.
That's the tricky part about it.
We do know that this has been affecting a lot of health of people.
Lots of people getting stuck with some respiratory symptoms, man, heavily, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people got that some type of respiratory virus going around, man. Yeah. Catching it, baby.
Yeah, so we got to get ready. That's why we need our herbs.
Yeah.
If we're going to deal with nature, we're going to need something that combats nature, that helps nature improve itself.
You understand? Something serious, man. So, maybe looking back at the wildfire smoke here, man, we see the wind patterns coming in off the ocean right here, blowing in toward the east coast. Now, if we zoom in a little more here, we can dive a little bit closer and check the wind patterns over here. But we see, once again, a concentration of wildfire smoke right here in the Midwest, man. Terrible air qualities, man. And it almost looks like, it's probably wildfire smoke, but it looked like mill smoke coming right off the tip of Lake Michigan, you know what I mean? Because all the wind is blowing out of like the northeast, you know what I mean? So we're getting that northern wind direction, bringing about the cold temperatures and all that rain coming in, putting all that ash and whatever's up in the atmosphere to the ground.
I'll tell you what it looked like to me. It looked like a mole over us. Like mold, bacterial mold.
Yeah, man.
Doing mold. There's just lots in it.
Like a petri dish, man, you know what I mean?
And it's stuck over us.
Gotcha.
And it's stuck over most of the region of the so-called United States. And we need to really check into a lot of the cities and see the violence and what's going on in the cities.
Yeah, man.
Because it looked like it just looked weird to me. It looked like no.
Yeah, it's definitely tripped out, my brother. You know what I mean? There's always some things that we see. You know, call it pareidolia or what you want, man. But
as long as you look at it and you observe it, my opinion is my opinion. That's what it looked like to me. Now it might look like some measles to somebody. It might look like chicken soup. It might look like anything. But that's what it looks like to me. And I'm paying attention to it because it's been over us for months.
Wow.
It's been blowing over our heads for months, and we're breathing in the soot that's coming out these wildfires. That's why you got to get into those sweat lodges. You got to clean your organs. You got to clean yourself up. You got to get into saunas. You got to detox from a lot of the stuff that your lungs are putting in, and the carbons that's going into your lungs. And you need to clean them. And you clean them through heat. Sometimes you clean them through things that you got, the mullins and the herbs that you got, by drinking the teas, by even breathing it. A lot of us don't even go out into the bush and breathe. You know, we got to combat this. If this is happening, nature has given you everything that you need to deal with this.
Oh, it's a heavy piece of work, man. Take notes, production, man. There's a lot of activity going on here, man. We're dropping some fat for your heads right here, man. So we're looking here at the Midwest, man. We got a lot of concentration of wildfire smoke. We see the wildfire in this Valkyrie region right here burning up, a big area right there. And a little further up in the Arctic as well, man. You know, I mean, it's just, it's been a crazy, man. Look at that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tell me, and now that's and the way the wind patterns are going, that's affecting the world because that's blowing in swivels. What goes in comes out.
We already know, man.
That's moving around now.
Look at that, man. Look at the wind. Just like you're saying, man. Everything is it's like the tourists, man. You know what I mean? Everything's coming in and coming out, man.
Yeah.
So recycling, brother.
Look how it's bleeding down into the atmosphere, bleeding down into the land. That's and this ain't we make this stuff up. This is why we pay attention to this because we watching what's going on. We Lightwalkers. We watching everything. We watching upstairs and downstairs, around the corner and the other side of the corner.
Straight up, man. Yeah, man, something serious going on in the atmosphere, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at that.
Like I said, man, so, it's a great time to be mindful and to be aware of your surroundings. And if you haven't already, man, it's time to get in tune.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of things going on, man. So, yeah, man. That was our weekly look or our daily weekly checkup. You know, the planet Earth, man, looking at the cosmos and stuff right here. And I got one last interactive map, you know, to put here, man. And this is really interesting right here because, you know, when I was talking about the cosmos, man, we got, you know, to be mindful of these different near-Earth asteroids, you know, things that can come out of nowhere, man, and crash into the planet Earth. You know, hence the reason we on the subject of preparation tonight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, we're going to go ahead and check out the cosmos, man. But we coming in here, you know, into the month of October, you know, so we got a lot of changes going on in the cosmos and a lot of planets coming up, you know, that we can see in the night sky. You know, some people probably seen a big bright star out there, you know, right along the eastern horizon, you know, and rising up in the night sky. And that's the planet Jupiter right now. She's coming to orbit, you know what I mean? So she's going to be really bright over the next few days, and that's going to lead us right into September the 29th, where we have the last supermoon of the year, which is going to be the full harvest moon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this thing's going to be very bright, and they call it the supermoon, man, because it's going to be at its closest point to Earth in its orbit, you know what I mean?
What day is that?
September the 29th.
What day, though?
That's Friday.
That's a Friday?
Friday, September the 29th, man.
I think we're going to sweat. I like to sweat on the moons.
I know, man.
I like to get the church going, the fire church going on the moons. That'd be powerful because the moon has you're talking about a super moon. You're talking about an electromagnetic pull that's on the earth that has got the earth so charged in its energy. And we sweating on natural ground on the earth.
Straight up.
You see? And we using water. Water is a conductor. You see? We don't sweat on that day. So y'all don't want to sweat. With us, we sweat. Y'all missed Equinox sweat. We had one of those. It was good too. Last week on the Equinox, we sweat again in the sweat lodge on the what's that day?
Friday, September the 29th, man.
September 29th. So y'all dear missus, you want to get in the sweat lodge.
Yeah, it's going to be a best.
Put that in there.
I know, I was excited thinking about
I
it.
saw that. You talking about a super moon. That's not big. That's going to be in bright.
Straight up. It's
You know what you can do with that? If you know how to use electromagnetic current with yourself.
Straight up.
And all those that got crystals and things like that.
Yeah, man.
This is what charges the crystals in the earth. Take your crystals outside, put them in some soil, or some what you call dirt, and make you a bed and put your prayers into it, and then let the earth charge those crystals and charge them so you can use your crystals for healing and for moving energy and different things. Now these are geodes, these are rocks, so they go with this pull of this electromagnetic. That's how they were created. So then you're talking about a super moon.
About to be a big, bright, close moon.
And all the low vibrational people, they're going to be in chaos on this moon.
Yeah, they're going to feel it, man. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, people don't understand the power of these celestial beings, you know what I mean? The celestial objects, man, they have such a subconscious impact on us, man, that we just look over it, man. We live in a world of distractions, man, you know what I mean?
We're distracted by everything.
Everything, brother.
We don't even take the moon serious. We don't even take it serious.
That's sad, man. It's pitiful, man.
Yeah, I do. All my Lightwalkers, y'all better too. Well, you know better.
Straight
up. In the light.
All the time, man. Yeah, man. So let's look back at this little star map here. I got a program to Gary, Indiana, and I don't know how accurate this landscape is right here. You know, I don't know if it's the backyard or the garden or where it's at, man. You know what I mean? But it's looking in the northerly direction, man. So you and anywhere in the region or anywhere in that sense on the planet, you know, just look to your north, man, and look at a nice, look at what these particular constellations are, man. You know what I mean? We start to be able to connect the dots on some of these stars, you know. So very interesting, man. You know what I mean? We got Ursa Major, you know, rising up over there right off the northern latitudes and such. And this is our program to the time it is right now, man. So as dark as it is right here is as dark as it is outside. And these are pretty accurate to what we can look at. So we got, you know, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor up there. We got the constellation Draco, or Drago, man. Dragon, man. You know what I mean? And look at that, man. Snaking right through the sky, brother. Something serious. What else we got coming up here, man? Perseus. And we got the Andromeda, which a lot of people talk about.
Yeah.
A lot of alien talk comes from Andromeda and such. You know what I mean? So it's a very interesting piece right there. Pisces up in the sky right now, out there in the east and such. And let's go ahead and look, man. Let's look to the south and say, look at that. That's the Milky Way right there. And if you're in a darker part of the country where you ain't got no light pollution, you can see these particular bands of clouds through the sky, man. The beautiful Milky Way, man. It's such a sight to see. You ever seen it, baby?
Yeah. I've been out in the country and seen it.
Oh, man.
And you never seen it, it'll startle you.
I can only imagine, you know what I mean?
I be looking for something to come out of it.
Oh, absolutely, man. So let's check it out, these last few constellations right here, man. We got Sagittarius rising up as we come into the month of November and December. We got Scorpio, so Scorpio right there.
That's
coming up for the month of October, November.
That's me.
You know what I mean? About your time of year, all Scorpio out there.
Shining.
Straight up, man.
Most powerful. I can clap my hands together and bring the moon to me.
Oh, it's something serious, man. And we also got Capricorn up there in December, man. So it's interesting how as the Earth continues to rotate and move through the cosmos, when you start to see all of these and how the ancestors track these things so precisely without any type of scientific instruments. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Very interesting, very deep when I think about that. So yeah, man. Nonetheless, man, this is another interactive map that I would like to bring out here, man, and get our minds thinking a little more, so we can start diving deeper on our own, get back in tune, man, because there's a lot going on within the cosmos that we don't know about. Either because we're not in tune or because we just don't want to listen or look, man. You know what I mean? Got to put your heads up, man, off the ground. Yeah, man. So, nonetheless, man, that's a heavy lesson for this week, man. But you know what I mean? Something serious, something meaningful out there, man.
You be deep.
Yeah, we blowing the whole mind sometimes, baby. Diving in that rabbit hole, you know what I mean? Never know where you go.
Deep. Yeah, this is the Lightwalkers. We do this. This is what we do. This is what we do. Join our community. You know what I'm saying? Become a Lightwalker. You know what I'm saying? Get up with us. You know what I'm saying? Share these videos with other people. Share them in your feeds. You know what I'm saying? Pass it around. If you got something for the Cash App, put something in the Cash App. We always can use it to develop and keep developing, because we finance and fund everything ourselves, so we can bring you the truth.
Yeah, man.
They say the truth shall set you free. Some of y'all don't want to be free. You don't want the truth. Tonight we're gonna get into some truth. We got to be prepared for what's going on. The world is going on, and we're so distracted by frivolous little, I don't know what to call it, hors d'oeuvre problems. I mean, they come on a little train when there's bigger problems going on.
Yeah, man.
And we're distracted. We're distracted from what's happening in world governments. How world governments are coming together. How China and Russia, you see, and the Saudis and the rest of them are coming together. How the economy in America is losing its value or has lost its value.
Oh, yeah. All these have a big impact on us as a society, man.
Yeah. How the morals of America that we live in have been lost too. And the demoralizing has been casted all over the world. And we're in a situation. We're in a situation where we don't control the grocery stores. We don't control medical hospitals. We don't control life itself in certain ways. Are we heading? I know we are into what they call the New World Order. Now I know when I say this, a lot of people say, "Oh, that's some conspiracy theory." No, you know what? We don't pay attention to real news, and a lot of our young people are taught to just watch gossip, not what's going on. This is a real thing. We have to be prepared for these things that's coming. How you gonna eat? What you gonna drink? And I ain't just talking about you, I'm talking about your children, your grandbabies, your people around you. What you gonna do? We're not educating ourselves in agriculture. We're not educating ourselves in just building a community. Everybody's divided and racist. So if I go get with my own, I might perish because they're not ready. They're not. We haven't looked at what we need to do to prepare for this, mentally and physically and spiritually. We talk about that Bible. And I always tell y'all, I'm not no Christian. I don't subscribe to no religion or none of that. I don't have that. I don't do that. I've been everything. I've been everything. I tried it all. I was an altar boy for 12, 13 years. I tried to join the Nation of Islam. They didn't have no short suits. So I was too hot to be out there selling papers and cards. I couldn't do that. I the Hebrew Israelites. I just couldn't get my natural on that little cap they had. And I studied the doctrine, but, I didn't mess with some Congan lay and this and that and this and that and this and that. So I endeavored in a lot of knowledge over my time. I've always sat and got the knowledge of it. I never stayed in the movement to be a robot or a drone or whatever they call it, in that. I've always been the strive or a kaimu, one who seeks the knowledge. And I go for the knowledge so that I can take the knowledge back and look at it in reality time and myself and see it. All right? So that's how I'm able to project what I know and practice what I know and keep to my own covenant. So you have to make a covenant with yourself. You see, everybody has to make a covenant with themselves to practice what they know. And not just talk the game, but practice what you do. You see, so I've always been into making stuff and finding out about plants and this and that and learning how to do it because I know if things hit hard, I'll be sustainable. Sustainable living is where we at.
Straight up, man.
And with all the things in the world that's going on, you know what I'm saying? The atmosphere and even on the ground, this is not going to hold forever, y'all. And the only way you see paradise is if you see it in your heart first, and you prepare for your paradise in the middle of the destruction. You prepare. And that's why even why we created the Lightwalkers. The Lightwalkers is created because I like to call it the Moses theory. What's the Moses theory? Moses was told to prepare this meal, to do this, to do that, and for all the people that followed him to put the mark on the door so that the angel of death would pass over. Wow. And everybody that did not follow what Moses was telling, according to the Moses theory or the Moses story, as I call it, they firstborn was annihilated, was wiped out by the angel of death. So we bring these things now, and with the Moses story or the Moses theory, that we get ready now, we prepare now. All those that listen, we create our community now. Our community is a community based on everybody. Everybody that's like us, everybody that's your kind ain't your kind. That go for any race. Everybody that's your kind ain't your kind. There's a light side and a dark side. Which side do you ride on? See, we got it messed up thinking that especially the black people, me, mine, we got it messed up thinking we're going to kumbaya and walk down the street and we're going to be holding hands, a whole lot of us, millions of us, and then we're going to be freedom with the red, black, and green. That's a great vision you got in your head. I love that vision too. No power to it. But when it hit the fan, because it's going to hit the fan, it's going to hit the fan. It's not like these things are not going to happen. It's not like that. When these things hit the fan, who are you with? Who is your community? Who can you barter, trade, sell, eat with? And, who is your people? You gotta build your society. You gotta build your clan. You see, that's what's gotta happen. And we gotta look at it like that. We got to. Be proud of who you are, but who you eat with, who gonna share with you? Who gonna get down with you the way it need to get down? Everybody ain't gonna get down. That's why even in ancient mystics, it's just a few of us. And we don't mind that being a few of us, because anybody that joins us gonna be for real about it, because we for real.
Yeah, man.
All right? You might not like my personality, but I don't really care if you don't like it, because I'm for real. Now, you can see my for realness. You don't care about my personality. You care about the for realness. And we're preparation. Learn to control your emotions first so that you can think. Many people don't have control over their emotions, so they can't think. They react. Learn to look at and identify things that you can eat, cure, build with.
Yeah, brother, real talk.
You see, many people look at the sweat lodge we built ourselves, and they said, man, how you built?
Remember, man.
And it's built out of trees. It's built out of branches. It's built out of vines. These are the things we're going to have to prepare for. We're going to have to teach these things now. And everybody ain't willing to learn that. Some people so caught up in the distraction that they're the distraction. We think that the money, everybody run around to me, they're chasing the bag. But the bag that you chase, most of y'all never get a chance to do nothing real with it. We got one who chase the bag and they work all their life to try to pay for a house and all of this stuff that they never pay for. They might well pay rent. But they never pay for it, but they've been duped into thinking that they own it. They might own the building, but they don't own the land.
Yeah, straight up.
You see? Many people distracted by chasing the bag, thinking they're going to buy all this material stuff and the fast cars. It's nice to be young. And to some of you old fools out here, that's just terrible. But it's nice to be young, but you got to know what you can do with your money. A fool and his money soon departs.
That's what they say. Yes, that's what they say.
Yeah. So you're chasing the bag, but you're not doing nothing with the bag. It's not improving. It might be improving you in trinkets and material items. And vanity is vexation of spirit. So it might be doing that, but you're not prepared. When Y2K came along, 2000, year 2000 was coming in, everybody was terrified. What's going to happen? The lights are going to go out. It's going to be a catastrophe. It's going to be, people were terrified. Nothing happened. But in the blink of an eye in 2001, you woke up and you saw something that you couldn't believe. What was going on in New York City with 9/11? See? The pandemic came. It locked us down. It scared people so bad that some people haven't came outside yet. You see? You see people still wearing the mask. Make me want to put mine on.
But you ever heard of what they call, first it was called Project Bluebird, then it was called Artichoke, and then what we know it as is probably MK Ultra. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, the MK Ultra experiments, yeah. And I'm telling you, things are happening that you're not looking at. You know, and brothers, and to my brothers out there, here's what y'all forgot about, the Tuskegee experiment.
Yeah. Come on, now, can't
I don't never hear nobody talk about that. We always want to talk about ancient Egypt and all that. We was listening. I know it wasn't none of that. What happened to your granddaddy and them happened. And it went into your genes. You see, MK Ultra was deep because MK Ultra was an experiment with LSD. Am I right?
A mind control experiment.
And it was coming out the mufflers of cars. That was how they were spreading it.
They drive into a particular city and, come through the block, man, and that stuff will be ringing out, man, and then they see how the people react, and then they put certain triggers in there, to see how people will respond to them, and trick the mind, you know what I mean? Alternative realities.
It's happening to us right now.
Right now, brother.
It's happening through the chemtrails. It's happening through the water.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the food that we eat.
The air, like we just talking about, that's a big part of it too.
Now, I'm going to go back some old school thing.
What's that?
When I was a kid, I got 9 ether spiral coil hair. That means nappy hair, what they would call nappy, kinky hair. That good stuff. All right? When I was a kid, you could rub your hands through your hair and electricity would pop off your head. And we used to run around and shock each other.
Yes.
All right. The food we eat now, we don't produce that electrons in our head no more.
True.
The chemical that we use doesn't produce that. You can't do that anymore. Matter of fact, even with the so-called locks now, you still can't do it. Because of the food, or the genetics that we eat. And when it says genetically modified and you eat it, don't you think you being genetically modified too?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It took time for the food to become like that, for it to become super modified. So it did the same thing with us. It implants it in our gene on a genetic level and continues to evolve inside of us, and then it's passed down to each generation after that, brother.
And now we can't get that electromagnetic static, which is that information, that electrodes to the body. Our learning process is short. And we wonder why we're not advancing.
Absolutely, man.
The great distractions. These are the things we got to look at. When you start talking about the New World Order, I started hearing about this in the 80s. I started doing lectures on it in the late 80s. When I used to talk like this, I used to even talk hip-hop and the science of hip-hop and Satanism. And people would say, oh, man, get out of here with that. That's not real. Yes, it is. The music is distracting. It's off its frequency to take you somewhere else, into something that is anti-human, which is demonic.
When we think about the kick drum, the bass drum, it usually peaks at 30 decibels or so, but anything underneath 20 decibels is not audible to the human ear. You know what I mean? So think about how all of the different musics we listen to have so many different layers, so many complexities to the production of it. How much sounds in there you think are kicking at lower than 20 decibels that are working subliminally on people, whether or not to control them to act a certain way, because if you pump a certain frequency, like they use in the military at people, it'll cause them to become erratic, you know what I mean? Because it's so low of a frequency that it's making their ears explode or hitting a certain point in their brain or wobbling their eardrum, to make them erratic. You know what I mean? So think about how the ear can only hear a certain amount of decibels and how much things are going on around us that are pumping out these extremely low frequencies.
And these things are the mass distractions.
What's up, man?
Mass distractions that are distracting us. And when we say the New World Order, what is that? That's an order of the world. Look at the currency, the money, how the money's finna change. The money's finna change, man. Yeah. We're not gonna be no paper dollar anymore. And American dollar's not going to be on top either. They're going to be at the lowest. You got brick currency coming. You got these countries uniting, and we're not watching what's going on.
Yeah.
And we over here stuck in a paradigm. We thinking everything good. Gonna be sandwich every day. Gonna be sunlight. You gonna drive that big old car you got and live lifestyles of the rich and stupid. You gonna do everything that you want to do, and ain't nothing gonna happen. It's gonna be like this forever. Fame. I want to live forever.
Watch out, man.
You see?
Yeah.
And that's a distraction. If things hit right now and the lights went out right now, what would you do?
Straight up. They said the mic sounding a little hot, brother.
Is that good?
Well, how the mic sounding now, y'all?
Is that good?
Is it a little better?
Is that good?
We ain't running so hot.
Okay. What would you do if the lights went out right now? Where would your food come from? Funny thing, man. I laughed so hard when the pandemic hit. I laughed so hard. Because everybody ran to the store to buy toilet paper. The whole stores everywhere was sold out of toilet paper. But bleach was still on the shelf.
What type of sense did that make, brother?
Everybody ran to buy toilet paper. Nobody ran to buy other supplies. It was toilet paper. See the distraction, the mind distraction. And that distraction caused foolishness. Most people, if the lights went out now, would panic because they so used to having lights provided for them.
That's a mind control right there in the stuff, you know?
Provided for them. You see, they're locked into the technology. And if the lights went out, they would panic. They couldn't even see the logic of candles. That might be cool for the first night of it. But they would panic after that. If the lights went out, I keep saying the lights, I'm talking about the whole grid. I'm talking about the collapse.
Yeah, everything go out, man.
Where would the food come from? You hear people say, hey, man, I go in my house and we won't be able to stay in some of these houses. If you think you're about to stay in your house with all this water stacked up, with all that chicken in the freezer where you ain't got no power, so you got all this chicken on ice and canned goods, and you decide one night you got a couple of weapons. You see what I'm saying? With a few bullets, because you just shot most of the shells up on New Year's Eve. You get a chance to, read all the real stuff, the new stuff. So you got a few shells, and you gonna protect yourself. And you got bullets on the window and everything. And all of a sudden you go to cooking them beans and rice and that chicken. And that smell leak out that house outside. It's gonna be like a zombie apocalypse tearing your house down to get them goods to eat. See? That's what it's going to be. Like a zombie apocalypse. Because they're going to smell that chicken. Where will we go? Who are you with? This is being prepared. Right now, you better learn how to grow food. You better learn how to grow it in your basement for right now. During the winter months. You better learn how to make the medicines. So you have something to heal the body and even something to trade with people that got other resources that deal with the body.
Yeah, all day long.
Like food. You gotta have your mental state together. Because panic comes from just watching it. You know when the planes hit the buildings, how many people were walking in a daze? I'm talking about in our own cities. They were walking in a daze. Psychologically, they were damaged. Emotionally, they had been played on.
It brought about such an increase in anxiety amongst the people, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anxiety has to be, to me, it's got to be 85% of the population, man. Yeah. At least 85% of America got some type of anxiety issue, man, that never used to be prevalent like that, pre 9/11 and such.
Yeah.
These things really jack with people's emotions, man.
Yeah.
Made people unstable.
So we got to be prepared. Preparation.
Yeah. Preparation of the mind, man.
Preparation. We see things happen. We hear the things happen, but we're not paying attention to them. You see? We're not paying attention.
It seems like a lot of us caught up in the rat race, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's still trying to get it, man, and trying to find stability,
Yeah.
A lot of people are searching for it, man. It tripped me out, man, because when you're doing that, man, it's such a distraction that you forget about the bigger picture, man. You know what I mean? There's so many other things going on around.
Yeah. So how we gonna eat? You know, I'm gonna dive back into that book again. Now, I like to mess with that book because people be. I know a lot of people, man, this and that European story and all. Let's dive into that book. Let's go to the book of Revelations in that book. The book of Revelations talks about 7 seals. The 7 seals being opened. And we have seen some of them. We've seen the planets align with each other. We've seen a total eclipse of the sun in 2017. I was there. We see the great wars and famines. We see a plague that swept the earth. And many more to come.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't got to that 7th seal. Lo and behold.
You ain't lying, man. That's spooky, man.
It is. You better hope them Christians wrong. You better hope the movie is over with. And the credits start rolling. Lightwalkers, what y'all think? We got any comments in there?
They said the sound is not 100%. Sounds a little muffled.
I don't know why. I don't know why. We tried to make it hot. Is it coming up good in there? Okay, we're trying to make it hot for you. I'm going to lean back up off the mic. Maybe you can hear me a little bit better like this. Lightwalkers, we gotta be prepared. We got to be prepared for our own communities.
Yeah.
It's a serious issue. That's why we bring this to you. What is the preparation? This is a conversation we should have with each other. When you're smoking the air, whatever you're doing, you should have conversations like this. You should find out what you got in common with people. Common means it has the word commune in it, or community, common unity. What we have in common that'll unify us. What skills can we put together as a group? These are things we need to know. Lightwalkers, talk to me. Because these are things we need to know. We need to know these things. Because you're at a time where you're going to need it. You're going to need to know how to homestead. You're going to need to know how to can food. You're going to need to know how to cut your lifestyle back and get your needs, not your wants. It's serious talk.
Yeah.
That's why we created ancient mystics, so that we can study and get ready in our own way. Now, we might not have the fallout shelters and the bunkers and the different stuff like that, but we know how to live. Can you eat from the ground? Can you go out in the woods and make a meal? Most people can't. They're going to panic. I'm not eating that. Can you go out and find these things? Can you identify plants? Fool around, go out there, see somebody eating something, you grab something off the tree that's shiny leaf, and you croak over too because you didn't know how to identify plants and you can't eat that. You gotta get water from the sky. You gotta create sky bags. Using plastic, aluminum, and different things that you pull the perspiration out the air to get the pure water, the pure oxygen that's coming out the air and turn it into water. Yeah, it's like the Jesus Christ theory, turning water into wine, but we're going to turn air into water. You got to talk like this now. I know it sounds rough, but it is rough because you're distracted. You were, and let's go to my artists out there. You know, it's enough garbage on the radio, enough garbage in the media, enough garbage, and we keep putting out more garbage. When y'all gonna start informing the people, putting the lessons in the music?
Straight and tough, man. That's what I'm talking.
Not talking just about the doom and gloom, but let's talk about the lessons. Imagine if somebody rapped about how to get the stock market going. When we gonna put some messages in the music again? You know, we study out there just rapping about garbage. Ain't going nowhere fast. The music ain't selling no more. So we're gonna put the message in, get ready, get prepared.
Straight up, man.
Make a song about water. That don't sound interesting. If you come with it and you use your creativity, it can be interesting.
Straight up, man.
Some water drops in it. Make some new type of music.
Experiment with the sounds, man. Get outside that room, man.
But I get artists all the time that try to DM me and say stuff. Man, you going in hard on the artist, man. You talking crazy. Yeah, I'm sure talking crazy because y'all talking crazy. You talking crazy. Yeah, I'm going to talk crazy with you. Because until you make some music that can make me think, the people need to be able to think now. You know, not to be distracted. Young folk is the key. Because the young mind, you see, runs free. And the new idealism for the 21st century comes from the young mind. But if y'all gonna poison and distract the young mind with that garbage, talking about you making a hit record, talking about you a star, you a falling star. We got to get prepared. You know, my sisters in the art, y'all not talking about homestead. You're not talking about raising your children, and most of y'all got children, but you're talking about some old get money guy in the bag, and you never get the bag.
That's the terrible vision.
You never get the bag. What about raising the family? It's a family affair. There once was records like that. You see? So preparation comes in, all of us joining in to prepare with our skills. Learning our skills to get the word out, learning our skills to teach about it, learning our skills to even aid and assist it. Where's our money going? Where are no pools put together? A group of people can get together and put a pool together to create resources in case it go down. In case of emergency, break the glass.
It's up, man. Simple.
These things need to be forward in this generation now so that we can be prepared. Because you can wake up tomorrow and it don't be like today at all. You be in a whole bottomless pit of tyranny and all kind of corruption and a military siege in this bad fellow. You don't think that can happen?
All it takes is tomorrow to come, man. You know what I mean? That's all it takes, baby.
We act like this peace and all this fat richness and greed gonna last forever. No. Every great empire has fallen. And go back and study why it fell. And look at where you at today in the common era. We always scream out ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt. I ride the ancient Egypt thing because I be so tired of that. Ancient Egypt fell. Why did it fall? It fell for a reason. It fell for the greed and the corruption. It fell for the darkness. All of them did. Why you think this empire here not gonna fall? We gotta be prepared, Lightwalkers. That's why we created Lightwalkers, so you can walk in the light. We don't say everything on this network because the streaming, because we go by the rules of the algorithm and certain they don't allow you to say certain things, so we just don't say it. We try to keep it clean cut, but take no productions. You take the notes. You do the homework. Check it out. Check it out for yourself. Factology versus beliefs. This is the way we talk. This is the way we're going to teach it. Because we must be prepared. You see, what Q say? Peace to King Isaac Q, my Zulu brother. Peace to King Shaka Pong. Peace to Lord, my brother, International DJ Finesse. Peace to all the Zulu Nation family that tune in with me. My brothers in Colombia and all in South America. Peace to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all very much for riding with the eye. You see what I'm saying? But what you say right there?
He's talking about, the conversion of that of the musical hertz. When you convert the music from 440 hertz to 432 to 440 hertz. That conversion of the particular frequency is what's causing a lot of the calamity and stuff like that. It's got people out of whack. It's like you ever seen that dog whistle that people used to have on their phone? It was real, real loud. And
only the dog.
Yeah, and some people are a little more, sensitive. So when it starts hitting them, it's just like ear piercing and such, man. And even the most subtle changes inside of the music frequency can do that. But you're saying even Prince converted his music to 432 hertz, to get that effect, and maybe that's part of the reason why his music was so profound.
Yeah. When y'all go in deep, see, we don't go down a rabbit hole now. Now you down a rabbit hole, down here first.
Straight up, huh?
When you talk modern day music, and you talk that, we're going to talk using the megahertz in music masking. Music masking was a technique that was created in the late 1960s, 70s. I like to call it the British invasion, because the British invasion was not the Beatles. The Beatles came here, but you had groups that were already from Europe that were here. One of the biggest groups ever record here that was from over there was Rolling Stones, was Mick Jagger. And that was recorded at Chess Records down in Chicago. Okay? His tunes came through Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters. The Beatles also influenced through that too. So the British invasion was already here. What was the invasion? The masking of sound, subliminal messages under the music. You see? Remember, if you go back in Orson Welles, on the radio, he came with War of the Worlds. Now, you were listening to the radio, this back in the 60s, late 50s, 60s. And Orson Welles came with it. That's when everybody sat in front of the radio like a TV. And you listen to the radio programs, and he came with War of the Worlds, and he had underground masking underneath the tracks that were promoting it, and it frightened the people so much they thought that this was actually a real broadcast, and this was going on. Music masking, you've been you're listening to it one way, but it's telling you something in your subconscious another way. The song says, "Do me, baby," and all of a sudden you got the warmest sensation. You could see yourself crying in your head, which is push out the subconscious, makes the body start doing it. They mess with your mind. That's why so many young people, even in drill music today, are caught and captivated in this spell. All you have to do is look at their faces. The great distraction. They caught in this frequency spell of this liner of music. You see, so music is a powerful tool and a weapon.
We always talk about the hi-hat sound in the drill music. Sounds like the drone and such like that. But if you look at the way that the frequency of the hi-hat is programmed, you really don't want the hi-hat to be peaking, at like 50 or 100 decibels, which is what a lot of this music has now. And because that operates as like a extremely high frequency, you know what I mean? And that has an impact on the subconscious mind as well, and the way that the nerves are firing in certain sections in our brain. So I was doing research on it the other day, and I needed to share that because, that's adding more credibility upon the theory or the hypothesis that we done put out there, about that particular hi-hat in drill music in general.
Distractions.
Sure enough.
It's a distraction. Now this music has become a great distraction. What did he say in
1939? There was an international conference held in London that resulted in the recommendation to use A equals 440 hertz as a frequency. as a compromise between the various tuning systems used at the time, some which reached beyond 450 hertz. So all different sections, man, but they found it on MK Ultra, you know what I mean? They found out the particular frequency that's going to manipulate them and be able to control them without them having to, have hands on.
And now they control the music. So now the music is now taking you off the path of the living light into the pathway of darkness, the great distraction. So now you fight each other here on earth, they rule the earth. You fight each other. The music told you to not push this system out, but to push on each other, and the system pushes on you.
Straight up, man.
The music only produces greed and sells a trendy lifestyle. It is a distraction. Imagine when the music talked about love. If the music spoke about love, you would love yourself.
All day long.
You see? You go back and look at the music, how the music changed from the 70s, especially during the era of the Black revolutionary groups and different things like that. The music spoke love. The music spoke pride of a race. Yeah. And it made the race fight back. Hip-hop came and did that in the late 80s. It evolved into the political message. People say, well, the political message ain't popular. That's them telling you that. That ain't you saying that. That's somebody telling you that. And if you're a sucker like that, and you fall for that, and you just want some money, then you are sell out to the race and the racists. I'm going to say to the race and the races. Why I say the race and the racists? You're a sellout to us, but you sold humanity out with this concept because all races are trying to act like this.
That's like committing crimes against humanity, man.
Exactly.
How do you atone for that? We will be like Rick Ross, man, like Freeway.
So now you get paid for the distraction. You get multi-million dollars to keep us distracted. So we don't look up in the sun. We don't study the sun. We don't want to go to school no more. We don't want to be agriculturists. We don't want to be scientists. We don't want to be nothing that. All we want to be is rappers. Recording artists pretending.
And most of these cats dying or going to jail, man, before 25, man.
Because of the distraction. It is built that because that keeps the algorithm going of the violent nature, and that makes them, that modernizes them. They become martyrs in darkness. That's deep. Martyrs in darkness.
That sounds like an album title.
Let's say that show, dude.
Yo, watch out. I'm telling you, man, we Lightwalkers, man. We think we popping out our minds from so much light coming in here, baby.
Now you looking at us and saying, y'all talking in this. We practice this. That's how we're able to bring it to you. I ain't the greatest. I ain't no vegetarian. I'm not. He is. Stone straight.
That's just me.
But I eat to live.
Straight up.
I feel good in my 50s.
Yeah.
I still got it. Some of y'all trying to get it. But I won't let you. So I practice what I do. This is a lifestyle for me.
Yeah.
The liberty of me. They run around here talking holy and you holy in your body. And I don't mean holy like in blessed. I mean holy like your organs got holes in them and your system got a hole in it. And your head got a hole in it too for the thoughts that you got in. And it's being fed a great distraction. It's being fed McDonald's, Burger King, love that chicken from Popeyes. It's been fed all kind of garbage. And you eating stuff that you know you ain't got no business eating because it's the distraction. You need the hydrogenated fats and the different fructoses and different things are built to distract your mind, to keep you from thinking, to keep you from coming up with something that they can't come up with. They're trying to stop the children of the future. They're trying to stop the free thinker.
Straight up. It's all a battle for the mind, man. You know what I mean?
And we're not watching. I saw an article, and I read a story, and I listened to a couple of things after that about how America in 20 years is going to become a big prison. How countries are going to, how the governments are going to move out of here and move to the islands.
Wow.
And stabilize on islands. And leave America to be one big prisoner. Everybody that's in here going to be in prison.
That's wild.
In chaos.
That's wild.
And your numbers, you become a stock number. I don't care what race you are. You become a stock number that other countries can buy. Chattel, as it's called. And how the American government is going to move out of it. Out of what you call the United States. And dock somewhere else. The 1%. And you'll be left in chaos. You'll be left to fend for yourself. You see things like this happening now. Y'all better be prepared. This is Lightwalkers. Y'all better be prepared. Get yourself prepared. Mind, body, and spirit. You ain't got no time to be running around doing foolishness. You have fun, but know what's coming.
Yeah, man.
Because to survive this, greater days are coming. But we are in a 7 triminical period of darkness coming. And even in that Christian book, it talks about that 7-year period. And we're in it. And it's going down the hole, not up into the tree. Down the hole. So you got to get prepared. And we got to start preparing our people. The great brother Jay from the X-Clan, he had a line. He says, prepare your minds, run and tell your children.
Ain't no lie.
And that's for my artists out there. That's for my so-called rappers or MCs. That's the real cats. But the rappers, recording artists, pretending, y'all know who I'm talking to. If it fits, you wear it. But you better start in your songs, sing some preparation. Create a language and create a code of us getting ready. Where we need to meet at and all the rest of that stuff. Y'all not even evolutionizing anything because we're distracted. And I need you to get out of that distraction now and get into the people and to the sciences of who you are as nature on this planet so-called Earth.
Go tell, brother.
I can't say it no better than that. I know some of y'all don't like what I say, but that's what it is. You see, that's what it is.
I always keep it thorough, man.
You know, I try to keep myself in strong health. I try to keep myself in a power grid. I try to keep my mind powerful. You know, even in all the distractions that go on around me. And yes, I get caught up in them. But I know how to pop back into shape. I know how not to go too far. How many of y'all don't know that?
It's a lot out there. It's a lot out there, brother.
Over the years, I practiced my emotional health, how to keep my emotions intact. You see, pick my battles. If I'm going to argue with you, I got a reason. I'm not going to sit up and talk to a fool and get into an argument with them because they're a fool. And a fool won't deal with himself or herself. You know, and they come in loving myself because I love me. And when people start understanding how to love themselves, they love their mind, their body, and their spirit all in one. And then all in one is the kingdom of what you call the Most High. This is why Lightwalkers exist. Be prepared. Prepare your mind, run and tell your children. What you think they're doing? What's happening?
Think everything you think, brother.
You're bigger, I know, but you're bigger, you're young folk. Because we talking to them. And their peers is talking to them.
Yeah, you
know, I hear people talk about, I be hearing things. Oh, they doing the sun and this. I know a lot of people think, man, why is he doing that? Because it's need to be done. You don't do it. You're not looking up. You ain't talking about them wildfires. We've been watching this all spring, summer, and now. And we see the effects. We can see it. And I given the vision so I can see from a distance.
Respect.
We see the effects of these things. And you can argue with me, and it's a conspiracy theory, and you own this, and that's a human stuff. Yeah, I am a humanist too, if that's what you want to place on a title on it, because I believe in humanity. Kill the water or destroy the water, and we all destroy. Destroy the ground, and guess what happens to you? And it is a human thing, because the lakes and the rivers, I didn't poison. Humanity did. You see? And the causes of humanity and the sorrow of humanity, the earth will pay you back. Mother Nature does not play. She will serve you a bowl of it real quick. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. What man is doing, the evil that men do, the wickedness that's coming, that's in high places like that book say. Prep for it, y'all. You start to prep by doing the knowledge to it. Understanding the knowledge to it takes you into the works of it. These are the solutions to the problems first. Starts with you. How much time we got there left on that?
We got about another minute or two left.
A minute or two, this is Lightwalkers. We don't like to stay long, but we want to stay strong. Not long, not too long. Just a little strong.
Yeah, man.
A couple of things. Like I said, we got Green Party Social coming up again. That's on October 14th at the Mystic Gardens, 2465 Buchanan Street, Gary, Indiana. 2465 Buchanan Street, Gary, Indiana. Call me, message me. I'm looking for some vendors, some more vendors, and healers. So if you want to be part of this, the fee is only $30. Come on down. It's an all-day event. Some bonfires, music, the whole farmers market, the whole night. It's going to be nice, y'all. It's our thing. We do it all the time. It's annually. We look for y'all to come out, you know what I'm saying, and join us. We got something else coming up. We got Sweat. This is for my Sweat Lodge people, the Fire Church people. We're going to sweat on September 29th.
Friday, this Friday.
This Friday.
2 days from now. Shoot.
Wait a minute, that's a couple of days.
That's 2 days from now, brother.
Can we pull it?
If we trying to pull it.
Should you pull it?
I'll be here in the evening time, my brother.
Okay, well, we're going to sweat Friday on the 29th on the big moon.
The full harvest supermoon, man.
We're going to sweat on this
moon. The full harvest supermoon.
We're going to purge some of this crazy stuff that we got inside of ourselves so we can be charged up. Our batteries can be charged to go out there and do what we got to do for our kind. You see? And we got something else coming up. Power Adventure.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about it. Because I know I was kind of like tossing dates around. Tell us about it.
We're getting ready for this upcoming Saturday, man, but we're about to do it this Sunday, man. So y'all want to forward out, man. Look up at the garden on Sunday, man, about 9:30, 10 o'clock, man. You know what I mean?
And that's 2465 Buchanan Street, the Mystic Garden. We're going to link up at 10 o'clock in the morning, a.m., so we can go down to Salt Creek Caravan down there, and we're going a couple of miles down into the creek for the pawpaw adventure. We're looking for the cousin of soursop, pawpaw, the pawpaw fruit, and the pawpaw leaves. So if you want to be on that, contact us so we can know what's happening. All right? So anything else going on?
That's about it, man. We done covered pretty much all of it, man. There's always more room to talk, man, but we got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We don't want to give out too much, just enough to make you think. And it's all my light walkers out there. I love y'all. Keep walking in the light. Keep your light shining bright. Feel good about yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Contact me if you need to reach me. I'm always open to conversation, different things. And we will talk to y'all later. This is Lord Cassius D.
And we light
walking. Talk to you soon. Peace.